What's up, YouTube? My name is Revan. This is a LEGO Star Wars review of set 75091 Flash Speeder, set from 2015. It was released in 2015, like I said. It was retired in 2017, so a 2-year run on the shelves. It released for $29.99. I picked mine up at Bricks and Minifigures for $45. Now, this did not come with a box, but it did come with the instruction manual, so we get the front of the box at least. And it looks pretty standard for the time. You got the Rebels Stormtrooper art up there, and then you got the characters fighting and you got the droids being shot by spring-loaded missiles, so that's fun. So yeah, but new, according to Brick Economy, you're looking at $77.84, and used you're looking for at $44 to $50. I got this for $45, so honestly, I got a good deal based on that. With the used price and the newer price, without the box, I think $45 was pretty solid for that. What else was there? Oh yeah, so I was also looking at eBay and a few other sites to see what is the best price out there. And the best price I found was $65 for one in box. So it's kind of hard to even find a good used one. So when I saw this at my local Bricks and Minifigures, I picked it up. Not day one. I came back for it. But anyway, I'm glad I have this set now. And let's take a closer look at it. Alrighty, that's with all the minifigures moved out of the way. The Flash Speeder. What an interesting speeder. I really like it. So it can slide on a surface with the anti-studs on the bottom. Of course, with studs, it would make a noise, but still looks good. On the inside, you have some basic sticker detail. So this set would only come with 2 stickers, one there, one there. The control console looks pretty cool, honestly. The windshield's a little small, I think, but for what the set is, I mean, it makes sense because the windshield wasn't even that big in the movies. You can rotate either side of your engine pods, but in this set, they are used as spring-loaded missile pods. So there that goes. I don't know if you've seen one in orange before, but this set has them in orange. And it has 3 spots where you can shoot them, like I showed you the first one. And then, of course, the turret on the top here as well. That one went a little harder. So, yeah. Unfortunately, though, I only got 2 spring-loaded missiles with this used set. So I am technically missing a missile, which is a bummer. But anyway, we now can take our minifigures here that come in the set and put them in the cockpit. So to do that, of course, you want to remove their weapons. It makes it easier. You can, of course, you could just, of course, keep them on, but it is easier just to remove them. As you can see there. So there you go. You got them driving. They look pretty good in the speeder when you got minifigures in it. This set does have a lot of room back here, so potentially you can fit even more figures. If you'd like to see that, there will be a short showing you how many figures you can actually fit in here. But with the set as it is, you get, of course, 3 minifigures. So you can stand some up and you can sit some down. Really up to you what you want to do with it if you have this set. And of course, then you have your battle droids that you can fight on the side. We can just shoot a spring-loaded missile at one of them right now. Look at that. He flew across the table and actually landed on my leg. And they dropped him. The driver just fell. But yeah, that's really it for the speeder itself. Let's move on to the comparison with the original one. All right, here are the 2 Flash speeders side by side. Obviously, you can tell which one is which. On this side, you have 2015s, and on this side, you have 2002s. Sorry, 2000, not 2002, just 2000 plain 2000. And the sets couldn't be more different. The shape is, of course, still the same. You know, you got 2 engine pods on either side, then you got your turret on top, 2 seats here, and a windshield. You know, what do you got here? Windshield, 2 things on the side, and the turret. So it's all there. But this one wins with extra space, storage, cargo, more people. This one loses in that department with no extra space and just a seat, an extra seat. But you can lift this up on this version to reveal your trunk, basically. There's just a pair of binoculars in there for your driver to use. While this set, you cannot lift up the back at all, so there is no trunk space. But of course, you have that huge seating room, so you don't really need a trunk. Anyway, this set is quite interesting, I think, still, comparing it to the original one. It has inverted tiles as well. That helps it to slide on surfaces. Of course, it has no firing weapons whatsoever. It is just what you see here. But yeah, I mean, there it is side by side. There it is from the rear. And then on the other side, yeah, they're quite, it's funny enough, I really like the old one here, since it was my first flash speeder, technically. I did not get this one until a few weeks ago. So, yeah, I really like this old model, and this one is a definite good reinterpretation in a modern era. Definitely much bigger than this one to hold more troops, so that is cool. And the Flash Speeder in universe is just a cool vehicle that you really only see on Naboo. But yeah, that is it for this comparison. Let's move on to the minifigs. I wasn't sure what minifigure to start with, but we're going to start with the only figure that's actually named in this set and doesn't just have a generic name. This is Captain Tarpals, leader of the Gungan army. A very cool Gungan to have because a lot of people like him. He does show up in the Clone Wars doing some heroic things. I like this minifigure. Yeah, I think it captures General Tarpals pretty well. So it's pretty cool to have him now. Adding it to my Gungan army collection, which isn't much, but still cool that you have the general of them all. Or, sorry, the captain of them all. And funny enough, this minifigure is the most expensive in this set, coming around $20 if you want to buy him separately nowadays. But yeah, that's really it for your Tarpals minifigure. We'll take a look at the back here when we remove the headpiece. Oh, there goes his legs. I failed that. So with the headpiece removed, you can see the detail on the back and a little more on the front without the shadow there. So yeah, and then of course he just comes with a brown spear. It's a good enough weapon for him. And let's move on to the next figures. Alright, next up is the Naboo security guard. He looks pretty cool. The yellow arms with the yellow pants and the brown, very interesting, especially if you compare it to the original version right here. Very night and day. Of course, he has a lot more printing, just that front printing there for him, and tan arms instead of the yellow bright arms. But yeah, not too bad though for 2000. But he comes with a small little pistol, a little bit of back printing, and then he's got this really nice hat, which I really like. It's got the nice Naboo symbol. It's got a nice little gold printed on the visor there. Yeah, it's just a pretty good figure, solid figure. Definitely a cool one to add to your collection. Next up is what was called on the box is the Naboo security officer. So he has a blue suit with the dark brown color, as well as in the pistol himself. And of course he has the long hat with the little flap on the back, and then his back printing torso here. He does have a nice double-sided face print. Now, this face was not exclusive at the time of this release. This face appeared on the Elv minifigures for one of the Hobbit sets around this time. So that is where this face comes from. But it works pretty well here in the Star Wars galaxy as well, because it is just a generic not smiley face, what is it? Stern look, and then angry look when he's fighting people. But yeah, he's a pretty cool guy to have. I like his hat as well. Very nice, ornate. And yeah, that is really it for your minifigures. Besides these two, the B1 Battle Droid. You seen one, you seen them all. Like I said, I'm showing them off anyway. Here they are. They got their standard blaster in black, not in gunmetal gray. That did not happen until later. No printing. They are just the most standard B1 you could get. All right, let's move on to the final verdict. Alrighty, here we are back with the final verdict here of this set. I like this set a lot. It is very good, and for the retail price back then of $30, basically $29.99, I would have been happy to get this set. It is a neat set and a neat build, and definitely a vehicle we don't see very often in Star Wars, and really you only see it in the Phantom Menace and a few video games. But let me say that I really like this vehicle, and it's just perfect. The green color is a very nice, it's a very unique color. You don't see very many green stuff in Star Wars. So when you see a green ship or a green speeder, that's pretty cool. And the minifigures that came with it are just great as well. I love that we have a Captain Tarpals there as a minifigure. And then, of course, the Naboo security guard and security officer. They're cool to have because they're just an extra thing to your Naboo collection. This would be great to use for a Battle of Naboo mock or something like that. But yeah, that is really it for my thoughts on this set. I would have definitely picked it up back in the day. I tried to, but I did not succeed. So I had to get it now. But yeah, there's some other sets we can look at here. You can see the Naboo Starfighter, the Emperor's Throne Room, the Imperial Transport. Oh gosh, the TIE thing. The Gazanti class cruiser. I really want that set still. The Imperial Shuttle. And then you got some of the minifigures from those sets here. And the ones that we looked at as well. Yeah, that's really it for your extra stuff to look at. But that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Until then, Revan Alkoff signing out. Bye-bye, guys.